Day seven. I have to say, I'm really grateful that I was able to get into the Airbnb because of the proximity. Anytime I can do less walking, it's a great day, but ultimately wasn't one of my favorite Airbnb experiences. And I'm kind of grateful it happened today on a day where the walking is sort of moderate rather than tomorrow on a day when the walking is going to be intense. Regardless, I am excited for my interview today. I've never met Amanda, who is the person who runs Eileen's Free Food Bodega, but we've had a variety of really lovely Instagram interactions. So I'm really looking forward to finally meeting, putting a face to all of those interactions, and getting to see the bodega and fridge in person, which I've never seen before. After that, I'm heading up towards Stony Brook. And today I'm actually, I'm going to be walking as close as I will be to my house in Smithtown. I just finished my first interview of the day, which was really, really lovely. Amanda was super nice and she gave me a bunch of really thoughtful gifts. Of course, I've got some requisite snacks, but she also gave me a first aid kit and some little bottle of sunscreen and a whole thing of pepper spray. I was like, thank you, I accept. Now I'm off to Eastatocket to meet Shoshana Hershkowitz, who is an organizer that I've worked with a lot in the past. So I'm really looking forward to seeing her, and I'll check in soon. Day 8. It's day 8. I've officially been on the road for a week, and I'm about a mile and a half from my first interview of the day, which is happening in Sayville. Now, this morning I was in Lake Grove / Stony Brook, so this essentially means that I have basically walked the entire span of Long Island from north to south today. Okay, I think I'm fighting against wind and cars, so I will check in with you later. Hello. It is still day 8, and I am hands down the most exhausted I've been since I started this trip. This is my second longest day as far as mileage. And tomorrow is supposed to be my longest, which is not sounding very fun right now. I, like a dodo again, was looking ahead of me instead of at the sidewalk and tripped over a curb with my bum ankle. And then I just had a little cry. I got a very funny photo of myself crying on the side of the road in Brookhaven. Luckily, my Airbnb is close to my interview for tomorrow. I only have to walk 3.5 miles. I say only, I'm walking 3.5 miles right now, and it is the road to Calvary. That's quite religious, but I thought of it in the Les Mis sense, not the biblical sense. It's kind of hard to tell because you can't really see my pack, but if you watched my previous video on my channel, you'll know. I've got my tripod in here, I've got all my camera equipment, and I have my laptop. Because tomorrow is my last interview, my mom was already planning on driving out to meet me so I could just unload all of the stuff that I won't need for the last leg out to Montauk. So I'm pretty sure what we're gonna do is also have her bring my bike and helmet. I need to go almost 30 miles total tomorrow. And honestly, if I was fresh out of the gate, if this was April 24th, I could do it. But since it's May 1st, I've gone 26 miles today and I'm feeling wiped. I just don't wanna chance it in any way. I had a good long think with myself while I was walking. And my project is not about stretching my physical limits beyond their capacity. It is not about persevering in the face of pain and discomfort. It is about these interviews, and it is about seeing all of Long Island. And if the way that I can do that most safely and comfortably is to spend one day on a bike, I'm gonna spend one day on a bike. Hopefully, within the hour, I should be arriving at my Airbnb in Shirley, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, it's day 9, and we've finally had the appearance of something that people were worried about. Yeah, it's raining. I checked the forecast. It pretty much looks like it's supposed to rain all day, on and off. I mean, I've been lucky so far, so I'm not gonna be mad about a day of rain. I have about a little bit over 3 miles to go this morning, which is a decent distance. I'm giving myself extra time just because my ankle has been acting up. Luckily for me this morning, my knee decided to be a bit weird. And because of the absolute debacle that was me weeping on a roadside in Brookhaven yesterday, I am going to be traveling by bike. I'm immensely looking forward to this. Of course, it's still going to be hard. I looked at the path and there's a surprising amount of elevation gain, which I was like, no. But the most important thing is the walk would have taken me at least 9.5, probably closer to 10.5 hours to finish. Biking, all told, shouldn't take me longer than 2.5 hours, 3 hours. And ideally, if everything goes well today, I should have ample recovery time to lead me into the last 2 days of this journey. And I will check in with you later. Bye. It's the end of day 9. And once again, I have forgotten to do an update vlog. Yes, now that the day is over, I can definitely say with full confidence that using the bike for this day was hands down the best decision. It was just a cruddy day today. It was rainy. It was cold. It was so windy. I guess the only downside about being on the bike was that I didn't have as much ability to stop and take footage again because of the rain. I don't think I would have wanted to anyway because my camera. Now that I'm on the South Fork, I really am seeing the geography shift again. It's becoming a bit more coastal. I actually saw like water today, like proper water, not a lake, not a river. I was like, oh my God, this is the coast. The funny thing about tonight is that I'm staying in a hotel and it's just like a side of the road hotel. But when I came in, they were like, oh, we've upgraded your room. I was like, cool, I wonder what that means. And my room it's huge. And what's more, there are 2 rooms and each room has a bed in it. I'm like, it's just me. I'm staying for one night. Like, what am I supposed to do with this extra bed? Every night I look at the map going forward. I'll put in the address of my destination for the day and I'll just see what's on my route, where can I stop, are there gas stations, does it seem like there'll be some free bathrooms or snacks or whatever. But today I found myself looking back at Brooklyn and I was like, oh my gosh, I've really come pretty far. It doesn't feel that way besides the fact that I'm very sore, but it is sort of like hard to, like, ingest is the wrong word because that sounds like food, but it's really hard to like digest. That's also food. All right, anyway, I'm going to stop this here before I embarrass myself, and I will see you all tomorrow for day 10. Hello, everybody. It's day 10. I can't even remember if I filmed this morning or not. I don't think I did, so I'm going to hazard a guess that this is my first and only vlog of day 10. Of course, I woke up to the news of the draft opinion overturning Roe v. Wade, so that was one way to start my morning. There is something about like the penultimate day, and I was feeling a little bit like unmotivated at the beginning of it, and I was like, let me just focus, stay in it, keep the energy up, and get this day done. Ultimately, though, I don't want to jinx things, but today felt really good. I really, really, really made a great decision biking. I know I've said it like 1,000 times, but I just want to reiterate, my body is generally feeling relatively stable, and at the end of the day, it has not always been feeling that way. I was able to stop in a public library so I could fix my blog because I've been apparently forgetting to hit the post button on them. Nice. And I actually ran into someone who was just in the show with me in Sag Harbor. He was like, what are you doing out here? I was like, I'm walking to Montauk. He was like, really? From where? I was like, Brooklyn. And his face was just like, So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to Montauk. That's the plan. The main issues I'm anticipating for tomorrow are 1, rain is in the forecast. And 2, as I get closer and closer to Montauk, there's a lot of really empty expanses of like nature preserves and parks and farmlands. So there are significantly less places to stop and pee. Tomorrow may be the day. It may be the day that I just pull off the road and piddle. It may be. And of course, I'm going to do a vlog at the moment that I actually arrive at the end of the island. Man, all of that to look forward to. And I get to see my cat tomorrow night. I'm looking forward to that too.